Is it recording?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Does it say blinkety blink?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So here we are with our oil change for our brand new to us used GMC 1500. I've got my oil catching device. I've got my new oil. I got the new oil filter. I've got a creeper. And I have some tools, and I've got these ramps to get the truck just a little bit higher up so I can work a little more easily. Thinking what else I need. Oh, so I already kind of glanced under there, and it's got a skid plate that's kind of restricting access. The first thing we got to do is take the skid plate off. So come on over here. And I guess actually before we do that, let's get these ramps under here, and we'll get it started and warm up. Now, anytime you do an oil change, you want the oil warm so it flows out easier, and so any sediment that's in the oil is mixed in so it comes out. So we're gonna just put these ramps under here, make sure they're straight-ish. Right now my wheels are turned, so I'm just gonna go with it. And then I think you already got my keys, didn't you? Yeah. So come on around here, this way. And you can see our mildly used interior. We got the standard wear hole there. And to get the hood open, you just pull this latch right here to pop the hood open. So let's go ahead and fire it up. And you're going to hear something. I hope you hear something when I start this. You ready? Now, for those of you with tuned ears, you might hear what sounds like, I think, it might be an exhaust manifold gasket that's either the manifold's loose or it's got a crack in the gasket. As it warms up, it kind of loses that sound a little bit, so I think that might be what it is. So we'll probably be working on that project another day too. So we're just going to let it idle for a while, get it warmed up. Make sure it warms faster. I'm going to make sure my heat's not on, because that extra radiator, you can cool it down. We don't want that to happen. I also am not a fan of when you hear people start up their vehicle when it's cold and they hit the gas to get it to warm up faster. Oh, give the oil a minute to circulate before you do that. You're just asking for problems. So you can necessarily hear it idling down.
Yeah.
What do we have on the radio here? Oh, listen to that. Can you hear that? Are you a dancing queen? Alright, turn that back down. Nobody watching this video likes that song, I'm sure, right? So, yeah, come around here, camera lady. Hand me that. And you can actually hear, I think it's coming right there, that exhaust manifold. They actually did a decent job cleaning this up, or the previous owner did. Probably the best looking thing on the whole truck's the engine. I guess that's what you'd want. But yeah, we'll let that warm up. I'm gonna pause the video.
It's on.
It's on?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, I put it in drive. Get it up this ramp. When you go up a ramp, it's required, you gotta put your hat on sideways. You're also going to put your parking brake on, but what just happened was I put my foot on the parking brake and it went doing. Come on around, let me show you what's. Let me straighten my hat out. We're getting serious now. Come on, over here.
Some stuff is leaking out.
Yeah, good. Yes, water. It was raining. So, you can see right here, I pushed the parking brake pedal down, and it went down for sure, and then this thing just went doing. So I'll have to look at that later too. I don't even know. I suppose it's engaged. Oh yeah, there's no tension on it at all. So I'll have to look into that later. That's a problem. Not something I looked into when I was at the dealer. Gotta take your time when you're at the dealer. All right, back up, you're too close. Get closer, you're too far away. Good grief. How are you supposed to be a camera lady if you don't know where to be? All right, so we're still just letting it kind of warm up a little bit more. But it is pretty warm, so. Anyway, let me show you the latch on this. Come on around. I keep making her jump over all these tools. Come on around. Over here. And so you pop it onto the dash, and you just feel right here. There's a little, come close. There's a little lever here for you beginners out there. You just lift on that, and that releases the hood. Okay, so that's released now. This thing's so high up in the air now, I'll need a stool. All right, pause it. All right, so get under here. We're gonna take the skid plate off. Get on my creeper. Come a little closer if you need to there, camera lady. I'll try not to show off my gorgeous belly. I thought I was adding to that this holiday break, but Doc says I lost some weight. So come on up under here. Show them what I'm doing. So we've got this skid plate we want to get out of the way so I can take a good look. So we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts holding it on. So I'm going to go ahead and start busting these loose. Oh my goodness. So sometimes these are good on, they're pretty tight. Smart me, I didn't bring a hammer to kind of bolt them loose, but that's okay. Bolt them loose, jolt them loose. That one's not so bad. And I've got this ratcheting wrench, Amazon Basics, real good buy. Yeah, right. You want to bust them loose before you use the ratchet side. I mean, they're only so strong after all. So then once you get them on there loose a little bit, then you can ratchet them. Always wanted ratcheting wrenches, and I went a good decade and a half without them just fine. But now that I have them, yeah, they're handy. Especially when you can't find your 15mm socket. So we get those going. Of course, these are probably different size. Let's see. Oh, it's not. Wow, I'm surprised. GM likes to, in my short limited history with GM, they like to have different size bolts on everything. So I'm actually kind of surprised. They have 4 of the same on the skid plates. Shocking. But yeah, I always made fun of my brother-in-law for being a GM fan, and he's had some bad luck as of late with GM and give him a hard time. And now here I am, bought a GM. So we'll see how it works out for me. Hopefully I was wrong about everything. All right, we'll go ahead and pause it, and I'm going to finish loosening these up. So we got the bolts loosened up, finger tight now. Let's see how this comes off. Again, you know, I'm not exactly a beginner mechanic, but I'm definitely not a pro either. This is my first time working on one of these. So let's see if that comes down easy. Oh, there it goes. All right, so we'll get this out of the way and retrieve. You can see what it looks like under here too. Looks like we probably have a little leak somewhere back there where it's kind of accumulated. Slow probably though, based on the consistency of it. And we've got some isolators here. Don't look too bad. So we'll leave the bolts with that. Grab these two and this one that fell. You know, keep that camera pointed so they don't want to look at the daggone asphalt. I mean, I know my driveway is really nice, but probably not the main event. They want to look at my beautiful face. All right, so come on, hand me that camera. So we've got piece of rust in my mouth. That's always good. So here's from the front. Got the skid plate out of the way, so now I can take a look at what we're actually dealing with under here. Frankly, I don't even know where the oil filter is. Oh, there it is. So there's our oil filter location right there. So if I'm underneath, there's the passenger front wheel. And here's the rear main seal right here, looking like it leaking. That's wonderful. And there's the oil filter. So we've got the bottom of the oil pan right next to it. So this is our drain plug. So we're going to open this one up to get the oil to come out, and then we're going to screw this or unscrew this to get the filter off. And that's the game plan. So let's see what size they used on this. Can't be. It could not be a 15. It is. GM is winning me over, I tell you. No, it's not either. See that? It's got too much wobble in it. So they probably, yeah, they used something else. Let's go back to the drawing board. We'll pause the video. All right, so back to the truck we go. And I have a 14 and a, what is that, a 9/16? Yeah. So we'll give these a try here. Let's see. It is not the 14. So let's see if they went from metric back to standard on this. And, oh my goodness. Let's see. That ain't work. Whoa, it wants to maybe work. Now what could have happened here is somebody might have rounded this off. And maybe it's supposed to be a 9/16. But it doesn't want to go anymore because it was rounded off. Man, it really wants to, but it's not going to. So in some cases, you just go to the crescent wrench. But we'll see. I'll try one more size. So, okay, here we go again. Now I've got a 5/8, and I can see there's still a lot of jiggle in that. So what GM did here, in all their wisdom, I'm guessing, is they said, well, we don't want to make it a 9/16. We don't want to make it the 15 that it was to get the skid plate off. We don't want to make it a 14. That'd be too easy. We want to make it so they have to take it to the dealer. And then the homeowner, like me, or not the homeowner, the vehicle owner, does that. They try to use the close one and it doesn't work. So they end up rounding it off. So I'm going to go back and get a crescent wrench.